Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. There is one thing which I've consistently opined on this platform, that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing in politics just happens for the sake of it. What is James Orengo's real mission? Because the other day, James Orengo attacked William Ruto right in front of Raila Odinga in Bondo. It caused huge political storm in the Republic of Kenya. Then Raila Odinga came to the rescue of James Orengo by defending his stand.
And I want to repeat it again here today. Niseme kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Nilisema kwamba sisi tuko demokrasia. Na demokrasia kila mtu akuna haki ya kuongea. Sama ya ODM tuliamua kwamba sisi tutakuwa na uhusiano. Lakini kukuwa na uhusiano sio kusema ya kwamba sisi yote tumeingia kwa serikali. That's the reason why I don't see why people are bickering. When Mr. James Orengo talks, he's talking on the basis of an MOU between ODM and UDA. Orengo has not committed any crime. He has got a democratic right to say what you're saying. When Professor Yang Nyong'o speaks about devolution, he is talking the language of ODM.
Ladies and gentlemen, today, again, James Orengo dropped another bombshell. James Orengo declared that he's actually prepared to go to jail over William Ruto's dirty plans.
I am prepared to go back to jail. I'm prepared to go back on the streets. This is not a country to be proud about.
And that he's also prepared to join the Gen Zs on the street. The timing of that is significant because there is the finance bill debate in the Republic of Kenya today.
This is a country where now the young people, the Gen Zs, you have to come out and we are prepared to join you. In Kenya, our institutions are under trial. There's no single institution that is not under trial in Kenya. If you go to the Supreme Court, there are a lot of questions that are being raised about the principal judicial organ, the supreme organ in the country called Kenya. There are questions on the issue of the constitution, and here I'm with Raila Odinga. Devolution is under threat, and until we are prepared to fight for the constitution and not for the little things we are given, unless we are prepared to fight for what is in the constitution for us as a matter of right, Kenya is going to lose direction.
And Orengo also wants that 2027 presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya is not going to be free and fair. Mark that. Remember, Ruto is planning to run with the support of ODM. Orengo is a member of ODM party and is declaring that based on the preparation, that election is not going to be free and fair.
I am asking the Kenyan people that we should be like other democracies where people fight for their rights and what belongs to them. That is how we can take Kenya forward. Not by this silly politics we are being engaged in. Now, even in the political field now, 60 years, Kenya is a republic. And the only strategy we can think about winning elections at the national level is to form ethnic coalitions, tribal coalitions. Tribal coalitions, that is not going to help. Right now in Kenya, the last free and fair election that we had was in 2002. If we are not careful, even this election that is coming is not going to be free and fair. I am looking at it critically. Even with this IBC, I can see the membership that is going to come out of this process. I am sure that unless they are constitutionally anchored and allowed the space, Kenya is not going to have free and fair elections. It's not going to have free and fair elections.
And James Orengo is concluding that the sad part is that most popular man in the Republic of Kenya, Raila Odinga, has never succeeded in winning the election because of rigging. For me, in that case, Orengo is trying to appeal to the emotions of Raila Odinga supporters.
We are living in a country where the most popular man in the country for the last 20 years, Raila Amolo Odinga, cannot win an election because it's being stolen all the time. And we are forced to now enter into deals and transactions that do not make sense. So the struggle is,
Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to talk about that statement by James Orengo. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. My first point is that James Orengo, in my view, is keen on the ODM succession politics. Two camps have already emerged in ODM party. One camp perceives themselves to be pro-William Ruto. Orengo is not perceiving himself to be pro-people. Because in ODM party, the divide is clear. There are those who support William Ruto and there are those who don't support William Ruto. Raila Odinga is supporting William Ruto. That's a fact as at now. And in fact, the other day I explained to you guys that the main reason why Raila Odinga reached out to Orengo or supported Orengo's statement was because he was trying to manage the division which was emerging in ODM party. Why am I trying to relate James Orengo's statement with ODM succession politics? You must take a stand. And Orengo's stand is actually resonating, in my view, so well with the majority of ODM supporters. They are very angry. They are very bitter. So Orengo wants to use this to run away with that voting bloc. That's number one. Number two, I'm also looking at it as part of ODM's strategy of dealing with William Samoei Arap Ruto. Remember, William Ruto is very cunning and William Ruto is very strategic. If you give William Ruto room, then William Ruto can easily swallow ODM party. If you give William Ruto room, he can easily even take your supporters without you knowing. In fact, for those who follow politics very keenly, the main reason why William Ruto went for the original 7 ODM rebels is that he thought that he would use the 7 to penetrate Luo Nyanza, which failed. ODM is well aware of this. So they're using a strategy which I normally like calling on this platform multi-bet. Or can we call it attack and defend? When they want something from the government, they are part of it. If things are not going well, then they're telling Ruto, we can also do this. We have options. So for me, it could be ODM strategy. And I've always told you that many people believe, especially in the mountain, I don't know, it has changed now. It's changing, not has changed, it's changing. But most people actually believed that 2027 was going to be an easy walk for Raila Odinga. Because the mountain, after being betrayed by Ruto, wanted to use the same Raila Odinga to punish Ruto. As we speak, Matiang'i is embarking on a journey tomorrow. And the truth of the matter is that that move by Matiang'i is exciting the mountain. Raila Odinga still believes, and in fact, I'm told even Uhuru Kenyatta is still pushing Raila Odinga to, if he's not planning to run, to join that camp. Raila Odinga still believes that he can still run. So he's leaving these options for me, that we support this government, but let our voice be heard, that on this matter we stand for this, on this matter we stand for this, because Raila and ODM lost in a big way the Gen Z support. Ladies and gentlemen, before I give my third point, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to BRICS Solutions. BRICS Solutions is your number one partner in CCTV installation, software solutions, website development, and structured cabling. Currently, BRICS Solutions has one of the best point of sale softwares in the market, designed for supermarkets, schools, pharmacies, barber shops, petrol stations, electrical shops, name it. You can contact them on the numbers you are seeing on your screen there for live demonstrations. Ladies and gentlemen, I think James Orengo is also taking advantage of Raila Odinga's support. You see, James Orengo was under heavy attacks from Raila Odinga loyalists. The Raila Odinga from nowhere supported his stand. Orengo, being a politician, is taking advantage of that. And by saying what he's saying, ODM supporters now believes that he's communicating for or on behalf of Raila Amolo Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, my last point is that James Orengo is actually responding to the ground. The ground is listening, and the ground is resonating, and the ground is not really embracing William Ruto's government as we speak. And that's exactly why Orengo is talking like that. James Orengo and Raila Odinga, they have one weakness for those who don't know. You give Raila Odinga a microphone and he sees people, he can speak based on the mood of those people. James Orengo also, when you give him a microphone and there are people there, he will speak their language. Probably the mood of the ground was that. That's the direction. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but let me just read your comments below. Bye-bye.